Yeah, welcome back after our last break, and hope you liked it so far. And I hope you already made massive use of the offered promotions. And as announced short before the last break, we're coming now to a special topic where you will learn why Fitline products and sports are fitting together so perfectly. And you probably already know that we have so many corporations with federations and professional athletes all over the world. They all trust the quality and the results of the Fitline products behind, especially, yeah, the security of the Fitline products. And that gives you as a distributor a lot of reputation, a lot of trust in your talks with your prospects, with your customers when it comes to the uniqueness of the Fitline products. And before we start bringing the next speaker on stage for talking about Fitline and sports, let's have a short look on our sports video.
This collaboration between Fitline and ATP takes our sport to a new level. It enables players to reach new performance limits. For me, the Fitline drink is very important, just like Activize, to really push for those last 3 or 4% during training. Today, I want to introduce to you my favorite product, Activize, which I always take before my training and before a game. Fitline has proven over a long time that they are excellent in this area and that their products are flawless. They are listed on the Cologne list, and that is crucial for us. In sports, my absolute favorite drink is the fitness drink. I've been using Fitline products for over 20 years. They're always with me during training and especially restorate after the training. During competitions, I use the fitness drink and Activize. Through the ATP collaboration, players who are just starting to optimize themselves in this field are also involved, and we all need that. We're all passionate professionals giving everything. So my absolute favorite, the product I need every day, is the Power Cocktail and Activize. When I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I need. It makes me feel energized, fit, and better motivated to do fitness training. All the athletes are very satisfied with the Fitline brand. Normally, the path to the top means giving up a lot, sacrificing a lot, and investing a lot. From the beginning, I believe that PM International and Fitline fit perfectly into our nutrition. Our Restorate, I wouldn't say it saved my life, but I think it has extended my career. It's a trusted partner and preferred partner. People rely on all kinds of Fitline products, and I believe this long-standing partnership is the best feedback you can have.
Uh, just amazing when you have seen this short overview about so many different testimonials from the world of sports. And these people, they know exactly what their body needs. So they immediately feel the results of the Fitline products. And as I said, it was just a selection of a few testimonials, and we have much more, and you can find them on our Fitline shop. When you go into the menu of athletes, you find all these various different disciplines, all these different athletes all around the world. And now, for me, it's a pleasure to welcome back a person on stage who is coming from the professional sports world before he joined PM International. And you have probably seen already on his body constitution out of what discipline he's coming, and he's every day involved in the development of these special Fitline products, and he knows exactly the needs of all these professional athletes. So give him again a big welcome back on stage here, Dr. Markus Eken.
Yes, Sasha. Thank you very
Markus,
much
welcome
again.
back.
It's wonderful to be here again because now I have the time to talk about the sports product really in a way that is fantastic because in the last few kickoffs I have been here around Europe, we had always a struggle, go fast so that the whole kickoff will not prolong so much. And today I have really time to talk about the products, to talk about the ingredients, and to talk about a little bit about the biochemistry and physiology around it, behind it, so that you get more and more this good gut feeling of yourself, that you are really with the best company, PM International, and also with the best nutrition supplements, the Fitline brand. And when we now talk about the latest product, it says, take your training to the next level, because this is a product you already know, but I take it for over 10, 15, maybe when I estimate almost 20 years. But it never has been a Fitline product, because Fitline means premium. That means integrating the NTC, a resorption booster, to it. And that was over the last decade not possible. But let's look at first sight the new video to it.
It's time to get ready. A new era of performance is coming. Bring your training to the next level. Supercharged with our NTC, allowing you to get a plus training performance, plus strength and power, plus peak availability. Creatine Plus. More than just creatine.
It took really long time, multiple tests, I say multiple, hundreds, almost thousands of tests to look for the real result. Absorption booster to have an improved creatine so that it's really the Fitline premium product. But with our cooperation partner, the University of Upper Austria, we found something to enhance the uptake of creatine plus into our bloodstream. And when we are looking to what does it do in the human body, I want to tell you something about the history of creatine. Let's go back about 35 years. Linford Christie was an athlete in the track and field area from the UK who used creatine for the first time. And it was so potent, so wonderful, so massive in the results that the National Association of Anti-Doping and the World Association of Anti-Doping said creatine has to be on the doping list. So powerful, really. And then they said, okay, creatine you can also get a high intake when you're eating a lot of meat, a lot of fish. I will come to that later on. So they discussed it and said, no, we have to take it off because you can do it also by normal nutrition. So as you can see, track and field was something or a special area, but I'm coming from the bodybuilding area. That means we started with it, bodybuilding, strength athletes, younger athletes, 20, 25, doing their exercise. And with this creatine, they could do some repetitions more, 8, 9, 10, so they had better strength. That means also when you're getting older, like 40, 50, or even 60, when you have the so-called sarcopenia, then it enhances also the muscle structure, the muscle blasting of the cells. You get better strength and also better recovery, not only for a man, but also for women. So this is the area where it was working at first sight. But then more and more studies came up. Then it's not only working in the strength area, it is also working in the endurance area. So you have strength, muscle building, muscle growing, and also recovery. And you have also in the endurance area, muscle recovery. Younger ages, 20, 30, 40, even older, 40, 50, 60. Men and also women. This is really beneficial for them to have a better training, to have a better performance. And this time is the first time when we make a co-branding. That means we have a special ingredient in our product and we say this is the special ingredient what we have. It's a Creapure. And we have in other Fitline products also this special ingredients, but we never mention it. But this time the Creapure is in every athlete's mouth, I have to say. So that's why we said, let's show it that we have the best creatine anyway in our product, plus our NTC, we make it to a premium brand. And of course, the Creapure is coming from a German company. But what does this Creapure with the NTC, also our Creatine Plus, do in our human body? Normally, we get ATP, that means adenosine triphosphate, so it's three times phosphate, from our normal nutrition. That means proteins, carbohydrates, and fatty acids are metabolized, and when they are metabolized, all the energy is put into ATP. And this ATP we find in the muscle cells. So when we are doing our exercise, this ATP is broken down to ADP, that means 2-phosphate. Energy is going in our weightlifting, for example, and the phosphate is going out. So the best way to regenerate the ATP out of the ADP is just to put phosphate to it and, of course, energy. And for this circumstance, we need our Creatine Plus. So it is the fastest way to regenerate the ATP for repetition number 8, repetition number 9, repetition number 10. And this is the difference between third, second, and first place. How should we use it? Here we can see we need the scoop, which is already inside the scan. We take 3 level scoops, that means 5 grams of the product. And then we put it in 150 milliliter of still, I wouldn't take it in still water. Then it's not so tasty, I really have to say. I would put it in the power cocktail because then you have a great taste. And in this time, you need also a little bit of carbohydrates. Because at first sight, you have the uptake in the gastrointestine. This is enhanced by the NTC. It goes to the liver, from the liver into the whole area of the body, and then to the muscle tissue. And then it stays in front of the door. And when we have an insulin spike, that means first we have to ingest carbohydrates, then there comes the insulin, and then this insulin docks to the receptor of the insulin and opens the door. And with this opening, the glucose goes in, and also amino acids and our creatine. So the best solution is always to have the creatine plus with some kind of carbohydrates. For example, the power cocktail, for example, the fitness drink, the Activise. You can take it just normal in the morning, or you can take it directly before training with the fitness drink. Do you have to take a nutrition supplement? As I said before, you can do it also with normal nutrition. But let's see it. How is it? Is it possible to do it by your normal nutrition? So let me think about it. About 20, 25 years ago, let's say 30 years ago, when I was 25, I ate every day about 500, 600, or even 700 grams of meat. And to have these 3 or 5 grams of creatine, you have to eat about 800 grams of steaks. So that at that time, when I was eating every day 7,000 calories, it was possible. But face the reality. Is it possible to eat every day 800 grams of meat or 500 to 600 grams of fish? I don't think so. So it's really a good opportunity to take a premium supplement, to have this amount of creatine, to put it into your muscle cells. And of course, to maximize your results, we have also the ability to have some protein. So when you're doing strength training and when you're doing endurance training for the recovery, you need some kind of protein. So all the protein structures which are in your muscles can regenerate and, of course, grow. And for this kind of purpose, we have, of course, the whey protein and also the Protein Max. And also the ProShape Amino. And I will talk about this also in a few minutes. And we have also tested the Fitline Creatine Plus in a focus group. And here we have the results of 227 participants worldwide. And we can clearly see that 89% of them felt an increase in performance during the training, and also 92% increase of strength and power. And how long does it take until you can feel it? So from my knowledge, when I use always the creatine, it takes about 8, 10, 12, up to 14 days, and then you can feel really the strength of the creatine plus in your body. And of course, I can tell you so many things about it, but let's hear a little bit about the participants or from the participants of this focus group. Please start the video.
My name is Alain Fassal. I'm 45 years old and I live in Darmstadt. I've been with PIM International since December 2023. I have been doing resistance training for over 10 years. I've tried a wide range of products in this field and I train 5 to 6 times a week. I was fortunate to be part of the focus group for our new product Creatine Plus, and I take it shortly before every workout or on the rest days and at home as well. So far, I have been already able to enjoy the benefits in terms of increased strength and above all, a really great push, which makes me feel really good after every workout. I'm excited to see what else is coming, and I believe that with this new product, I will reach my goal of a 120 kilogram bench press in January. So stay tuned, I'm super excited.
So this was really a great testimonial from one of the participants of the focus group. But now we are looking into some testimonials from the German kickoff just a few weeks ago. Please, let the video run.
Sehr gut. Und jetzt warst du natürlich auch prädestiniert für die Fokusgruppe Creatine Plus, ne? Also besseren Testperson können wir ja nicht haben, Tobias, ne? Oder was sagst du zu dem Körper? Kann man schon mal ausprobieren. Wie waren die Erlebnisse?
Also ich bin vorhin hatten wir den Kollegen dabei, der das schon 20 Jahre nimmt. Ich nehme es seit 1994, 95 und muss dazu sagen, also ich bin glaube ich auch einer der prädestinierten Testprobanden. Es ist für mich eines der wichtigsten Mittel für Schnellkraftsportler, also Sprinter. Linford Christie hat 1988 seinen Erfolg schon auf Kreatin gesetzt. Ich nehme das auch schon sehr, 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 sehr lange und ich muss sagen, bei unserem Kreatin, und ich glaube auch, dass es wirklich dieser Gamechanger mit diesem an die Zelle bringen ist. Also ich hab mit Thorsten schon telefoniert. In meiner aktiven Karriere habe ich 28 Kilo Kurzhantel-Curls gemacht. Und ich meine, ich bin auch schon 47. Ich bin jetzt bei 45 Kilo und wollte letztens die 50 Kilo haben. Und das ist in der Phase gewesen, wo ich das Kreatin getestet habe.
Super. Ich komme auch noch mal zurück auf das Thema, was wir heute Morgen schon hatten, Kreatin Plus, unser neues Highlight-Produkt. Du warst auch in der Fokusgruppe wie Kevin. Was sind deine Erfahrungswerte mit Kreatin Plus?
Da ich ja jetzt meine Karriere beendet habe, ist natürlich mein sportlicher Anteil auch ein Stück weit zurückgegangen. Nichtsdestotrotz konnte ich extrem für mich herausfinden, dass die Konzentrationsfähigkeit deutlich gesteigert wurde danach. Also ich hatte einen viel klareren Fokus bei der Arbeit, was mir unheimlich den Alltag auch erleichtert hat. Also die Müdigkeit war weg. Und vor allem die Kraftwerte sind besser geworden. Und das war für mich das Entscheidende, zumal ich auch schon lange Jahre im Kraftraum stehe und Kraftwerte habe, die jetzt auch nicht schlecht sind. Von daher habe ich mich da einfach sehr wohl und gut unterstützt gefühlt in meinem Alltag. Dass ich sehr überzeugt hätte, womit ich auch sagen will, dieses Produkt hätte schon früher kommen können. Ich hätte es mir schon früher erhofft und das ist ja auch so ein Punkt für uns Sportler, gerade im Hinblick auf die Kölner Liste, das Kreatin Plus zu haben, da einfach auch ein Stück weit Sicherheit mehr zu haben, für uns diese Produkte nehmen zu können, ist für uns ein absolutes, wichtiges Momentum, wichtig auf der Liste zu stehen, dass wir es einfach vertrauensvoll und sicher nehmen können.
Super, vielen Dank. Erstmal.
Yes, it were really great testimonials, and because she mentioned just the Cologne list, I have heard from the sports marketing that just in a few days, or at least in 1 week or so, Creatine Plus is also listed on the Cologne list. And as we know, this is a new product. We just launched it on the kickoffs. I think there are many, many questions about it. So please, Sasha, come here and tell me, do you have some questions for me?
Yeah, for sure. I'm asking a lot of questions today because of you. You handed in again a lot of questions and you just mentioned it. Creatine Plus was just introduced a few weeks ago on the kickoffs, and it was another successful milestone because it was fulfilling a product range in the sports area, which we didn't have before, and we were requested so many times, especially from our athletes, having creatine and now Creatine Plus in our product range. And so one of the questions we received was, at what age would you recommend to start using Creatine Plus?
Let's answer this question in two different ways. Let's at first sight we see for strength athletes. Normally they start with 15, 16, 17, and you should train for 1 to 3 years before you start using Creatine Plus. So in this area or age span, it's nothing special. But when we come to other sports where Creatine Plus is really beneficial, when you're getting younger, sometimes much younger, doing some aerobics, gymnastics, they are doing sometimes training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing competition Saturday, and they are 8 years, 10 years, 12 years old. Should they take the Creatine Plus? I don't want to answer this question because this is in the hands of all the parents. But what I can tell you is that Creatine Plus is so well studied with athletes, 20, 30, young, older athletes, men and women, but also already with children. Let's say it 8, 10, 11, 12 years old, and no harm to the liver, to the kidney. So it was every time wonderful for them. But it's in the hands of the parents.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for answering this question. I think it's very helpful for a lot of you. And yeah, we received a lot of questions from the field as well when they're sitting in an appointment and somebody gets interested in Creatine Plus. Yeah, and what should they recommend them when they get the question, okay, what would be the perfect timing during a day using Creatine Plus?
So the perfect timing is that you normally take it every day at the same time point is really good, because then you have then you get a better routine to it. For example, for me, I take it in the morning in the power cocktail, so I do it every morning. Or you do it directly in front of your training with a fitness drink. But one thing is very, very important. You have to have some kind of carbohydrates in it. That's why I'm saying power cocktail. That's why I'm saying fitness drink, so that you have this insulin spike, what I already mentioned, to have to open the transport system for the glucose, for the amino acids, also for the creatine plus, so it's getting better into the muscle tissue.
Yeah, and as we know, I mean, the food and eating behaviors out there is completely different nowadays. And sometimes you're sitting in an appointment and someone asks the question, hey, I'm a vegetarian or I'm eating vegan. But when they are interested in a product like Creatine Plus, is this a product what they can use?
They can use it, absolutely. And I really have to say they should use it, because creatine you find only in meat products. You don't find it on a plant-based. So especially vegetarians or vegans, they have to look for their creatine intake, especially when they are doing some kind of sports.
Yeah, and Creatine Plus sometimes, or sports programs are sometimes mentioned for, let's say, a period of time. You're preparing for a competition or for some daily activities. So is this a product what you would recommend to use permanently, or is this a product where you say, okay, take it 90 days and then, yeah, make a pause or something like that?
I have two special answers for this, because this is what my students in the DHFPG always ask me, because this was for personal trainers in the area of fitness. They also ask me, what do you recommend? What is the best way to take the creatine, especially the Fitline Creatine Plus? So, at first sight, when you start to take it, it takes about 10, 12, 14 days, and then it kicks in. It really kicks in. You really put 5 kilos, 10 kilos more to your barbells or so, to your free weights or to your machines, and you say, what's going on? And from this time point, it goes really steady state, higher and higher. When you just make a stop, of course, it gets down, and then you can get a kickstart again. Or you make it as I do, I just keep it. I don't need this kickstart all the time, so I just use it, and so my strength goes also higher, higher, higher. So if you want to have this kick in your butt, then you should make a pause after 6, 8, 10 weeks, or you just go on with it. So as you like it, you can do it in those two ways.
Yeah, thank you very much, Markus, for these answers. Very valuable. And you just mentioned it, we're not talking only about Creatine Plus. So now stage is back yours. I'm done with my questions and looking forward to learn more about additional sports products.
Thank you very much, Sascha, for these wonderful questions. I think these were very, very important questions, especially this product is a new one, and we can give you more and more information about it, not only today, but also in the upcoming events. Let's go a little bit further to another product, what we designed just 5, 6, 7 years ago. We had this special fitness drink, and we looked for it, what kind or what can we improve in this area to have even a better energy intake for all the athletes who are using the fitness drink. But let's have first a look into a video of a testimonial from an athlete who has taken the fitness drink and will tell you what he thinks about it. Please
Hi,
go on.
I'm Jane, and the fitness drink helps me perform better during my workouts, get even more out of my training, and I don't get tired as quickly.
You see wonderful results, what she said. And what is so important when you are using the fitness drink, when you are using special amount of carbohydrates and also water inside? So you always have to look for two things: energy intake and also hydration, so water intake by using the fitness drink. What is so special with a Fitline fitness drink? We constipated, or we've produced a special product which has monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, so 8 and up to 15 or so, and polysaccharides. We used 2 times or 2 different kinds of monosaccharides. So we have the ability not to use only one energy source, one transport system in the gastrointestine. No, we can use 2 transport systems in the gastrointestine in parallel. So at the same time, we have almost double of energy what we can get into our bloodstream. And of course, what we can see with this is we made it also isotonic. That means our bloodstream has a osmolarity which is about 300 milliosmol per liter. So we designed our Fitline fitness drink also about 300 milliosmol per liter, so that all the electrolytes, so that all the energy and also the water comes directly through the gastrointestine, directly into the bloodstream. So this is a really updated version of the fitness drink, so that you get more energy and also more water into your body. And of course, we tested them not only by normal people, but also by special athletes. When I see this, it's crazy. Look at this. It was the Bike Transalp results. They did 7 days, more than 500 kilometers, but what is really crazy, they made more than 8,000 meters in altitude. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. This is pure adrenaline. And they have taken the Fitline fitness drink and they used it for the whole 7 days. And what they felt in their gastrointestine, what they felt by the energy, I have here for you the 2 results what I have taken out. 96% of the participants say they were less thirsty during the exercise. So really the water is coming directly from the gastrointestine into the bloodstream. And also 88% have a positive impact on endurance. So their energy is much higher than with a normal product, or especially only with water. So what is so special with a Fitline fitness drink? Here we can see it. We have a special carbohydrate. That means a cluster dextrine. As you can see, this carbohydrate is made in a spiral. And in this spiral, glucose and other carbohydrates can go in and they are stuck there. Why? Because all these chains are stuck together by monosaccharides, not alpha 1,4 glucosaccharidic binding. No, they have alpha 1,6 bindings, and our enzymes only open 1,4 directly. So it takes a longer time of our enzymes to open this special spiral. So it takes a little bit longer until the last carbohydrates of the fitness drink are really absorbed into the bloodstream. So this is very, very beneficial, even under training conditions, even under competition conditions, that this is really getting into our bloodstream. And you can see all the results here on the slide, what was so beneficial with the Fitline fitness drink. And of course, we have it for all kinds of endurance. And I am taking it also when I do my weight training. So it's not only that it has a great taste, but it also enhances the power for me as a bodybuilder during weight resistant training. So it's really, really wonderful. And we have taken also the fitness drink, and we wanted to make a test. That means we take the Fitline fitness drink under extreme conditions. And there is a special pro. He was a pro years ago. He is also a little bit older. He's not old as I am, but he is also still an athlete and doing his sports. And he's training really normal hobby sport athletes, but also special pro athletes. And he is a guy, Mark Schebitzin. He is living in Trier, which is about 35 kilometers away from Schengen. He is a duathlon world champion and a 10 times winner of the Inferno race. That means 3.1 kilometer of swimming, 97 kilometer of road biking, 330 kilometers of mountain biking, 25 kilometers mountain run up to 2,970 meters above the sea level. That means he's not crazy, he's very crazy. And what he has seen in his testing with all his athletes, we will hear right now in his video.
Hallo zusammen, mein Name ist Mark Schebitzin. Ich bin Diplom-Sportwissenschaftler und ehemaliger Profi-Triathlet. Nun habe ich erneut den neuen Fitline Fitness Drink untersucht und anhand von 20 Probanden seine Wirksamkeit und dessen positive Effekte für Ausdauersportler getestet. Bei der Studie wurde mittels der Spirgoergometrie und der Laktattestung die Probanden auf dem Radergometer und dem Laufband mit einem klassischen Stufentest einmal nüchtern und einmal nach der Einnahme des Fitnessdrinks getestet. Alle Probanden zeigten nach der Einnahme des Fitnessdrinks eine signifikant verbesserte Leistung. Es ließen sich sowohl eine Steigerung der V2 Max sowie eine verbesserte Leistung an der anaeroben Schwelle erkennen. Viele Probanden konnten die maximale Leistung im Stufentest deutlich länger und besser durchhalten und berichteten von einem erhöhten Durchhaltevermögen und einer deutlich besseren Performance. Wie ihr hier sehen könnt, macht die Steigerungsrate durch den Fitness-Drink 5 bis 10% aus. Und das macht bei Profiathleten, ist das eine Entscheidung zwischen Sieg oder Niederlage, also erhebliche Verbesserung. Das war's von mir und ich wünsche allen noch einen wunderschönen Tag beim 30-jährigen Jubiläum von PM International.
Yes, thank you very much, Mark, for this documentation, what you have done with the Fitline fitness drink and these amazing results. And it's always a pleasure to work with you because we have not only done one test together with a fitness drink, I have also another one a little bit later when we are talking about the next product. But let's look at first sight. How could we use a Fitline fitness drink? Let's do it this way. Make it simple, successful, because when you're talking to your customers, you should make it easy. So our recommendation is take 1 sachet per 60 minutes of training, of efforts, of competition. Start before so that the carbohydrates go a little bit into your bloodstream. Then during the training, the championships, drink a little bit more so that the muscle tissue can take the carbohydrates out of your bloodstream. And especially afterwards, when you drink it more or the last few milliliter, you have the carbohydrates for the regeneration of your glycogen in the muscle cells. So very simple, successful, one sachet starting before, drinking a bit in the middle of training, and drinking a little bit afterwards. And we have also another great Fitline product for all our athletes, for all our sports people. We have the Fitline Monogen. What is so special? Let's have a look here for the testimonial.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm 28 years old and I work as an infrastructure planner in industrial development laboratories. I've been with PM since January 2024, and there are so many products that I love. One of them, which is my daily companion, is Monogen. For me, Monogen is an absolute game changer when it comes to everything related to blood vessels. I've had issues with lymphatic flow and metabolism. I've also struggled with what I call lightning storms in my head for many, many years. Monogen is truly part of my everyday routine. It ensures that my blood vessels are consistently well supplied, that everything just works the way it should. And I can tell you, thanks to it, I have lighter legs and I can be confident that the storm in my head stays under control. I haven't had any real challenges with that for over 2 years now. Only maybe if I've had one glass too many, but then the rest of the routine balances that out quite well. For me, this is an absolute recommendation if you have any kind of issues related to your blood vessels.
So you can see the Fitline Monogen is not only for sports people, but also for all our normal people who can benefit from multi-nitric oxide production in your blood vessels. And here you can see really the combination of different ingredients which are coming together. This is really the NTC. This is really the synergistic effect of all the ingredients coming together. And you can see now, looking bit by bit, what all the ingredients are doing on their own. When you just combine the B vitamins, you see that you have the support of the red blood cell formation. So the production of the erythrocytes. You have the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. And when we are going on, not only the B vitamins, we are looking for the highest value of our Monogen. Here we can see that we have an extract, we have a proteinogenic amino acid, the L-arginine, we have a non-proteinogenic amino acid, the L-citrulline, and this all combined also with polyphenols and a B vitamin that produces nitric oxide in our blood vessels. And now, before I start the next slide, please sit down, relax, put your pencil, put your biro away, just leave your block on the table, make it leisure, make yourself comfortable, no writing, no learning. What now comes is just for some kind of crazy people like I am, because I want to show you what is happening in the human body when you are using Monogen. But this is nothing easy and nothing just to see, learn, and the next time when there's a customer, tell them, no. This is just something for all the scientists or everybody of you who wants to have a real good gut feeling that you know you are right with PM International right here, that you know there are scientists in the back like me who are doing this work for the product development and also in the scientific area to have this beneficial, unique product. Here it is. So what we want is a higher amount of nitric oxide, NO. This is our goal. And we looked at all the scientific data and also some other literature and also some distributors who have special ingredients. Here we have also a special ingredient, as you can see here with number 3, grape and apple extracts, which are rich in polyphenols. And only these have also a beneficial effect to the NO amount in our blood vessels, in our cells. So this could be also a co-branding, but we did not do it. I just want to mention it. It's not only the creatine plus we have a special brand inside, a special ingredient combination. It's also here, for example, in the Munogen. So as I said, here number 3, grape and apple extracts are rich in polyphenols and they can enhance the endothelial, that is the E, endothelial nitric oxide synthase. So this is the enzyme which is used to produce more NO. And this endothelial nitric oxide synthase is also enhanced by just a normal B vitamin, the folic acid. So we have already these 2 pathways which are very clear, very easy just to enhance the synthase. Let's go to the other side, to the right side, the secondary pathway. So I just go from the back to the top. Secondary pathway. We have nitrate, that means NO3 minus. This is a nitrate. It's, for example, red spinach, or, as many of you know, beetroot are normally high in nitrate. And when you're eating it, all the anaerobic bacteria, that means they don't need any oxygen, all these bacteria are doing the NO3 minus to NO2 minus. This is the nitrit. And this nitrit is then enhancing the NO, so NO production by itself, and that means all the vessels, all the blood vessels are opening. And when they are opening, more oxygen is transported and more nutrition is transported. For example, to your heart, to your brain, to your muscles. So this is really, really beneficial. But what is so important with this primary pathway? Let's look at it. Maybe some of you know about an amino acid. Here it is the L-arginine, and it can be converted to L-citrulline. Just take a high amount of L-arginine and everything is powerful. You go directly to the endothelial NO synthase and everything is okay. No. L-arginine is a proteinogenic amino acid. That means when it's uptaken in the gastrointestine, going with the blood over the portal vein into the liver, there is the amino acid pool. And the L-arginine is going directly into this pool and then it is stuck until you have the need somewhere in your body to get the L-arginine. But what is with the L-citrulline? It's also uptaken in the gastrointestine, over the portal vein, the portal bloodstream, to the liver, and then, because it's not proteinogenic, it's not going to the amino acid pool, it's going directly into the blood flow and can be used to convert in L-arginine to enhance the synthase of the endothelial NO and then enhance the amount of NO in your bloodstream, in your vessels. And so it opens directly. That's why it's so important when you want to have an NO enhancer to use arginine and L-citrulline combined. This is the most important fact. But please, I tell you again, this is only for crazy people like me who want to know everything what is going on in this nutrition supplement. Please, forget all this. Think about it. There are some scientists who are doing a really good job, and that's it. Don't start to discuss this with your neighbor when you want to tell him Monogen is a real good nutrition supplement for his sports. Okay, you will promise? Wonderful. And as I said, we have this co-branding of these extracts, and all these extracts had been tested before in a clinical study, in a special survey. And here you can see the enos, what I already said, were activated by up to 43%. And also the enos, the synthase, enhances the NO amount. And there you can see 24% more of NO. And so with this, the opening of the veins, the so-called vasodilation, is up to 50%. When the amount or the diameter is more than 50% more, can you believe how much more oxygen, how much more nutrition is just floating through it? So you have really more energy and more oxygen everywhere. So this is really, really a wonderful result. What can we see also when we do the training for it? You can see that the oxidative stress, which is everywhere in the body all the time, is also reduced by 74%. We have seen that with the top shape already. The reduction of the oxidative stress is very, very important in the whole body system. Physical training up to 10%. That means I cannot only train 70 minutes per day. Yes, I'm a little bit older, so I can only train 70 minutes anymore. You can do 77. That means one special workout more. One special workout per training. That means 4 special workouts at a machine, for example, per week. That means 52 multiplied with 4. That means over 200 more training at a machine. So this is how massive this is when you're taking the Monogen. And it also delays the fatigue barrier by 13%. That means when you go for the lactate threshold, you can use the carbohydrates with oxygen 13% more until it drops, and then it's in an anaerobic pathway, and so the lactic acid is produced. But that I will tell you later on when we are talking about one special product. We are talking about really, really, really seldom. And of course, it has a high bioavailability with our so-called nutrient transport concept. And when we look at all the different benefits, we can clearly see the enhancement of the production of the red blood cells, the reduction of the tiredness and fatigue, and we have different pathways of the NO generation. And when we look at this, as I said before, with Mark Pschebitzin, we made several tests, and also we made a special combination of our beloved Fitline Activise Oxy Plus and also of our Fitline Monogen. And when I remember correctly, I have it here as a printout. In our sports catalog, you can find the Maximizing Sports Performance with Activise and Monogen. And we could clearly show that with hobby athletes, with athletes, and also with really champions, that means European or world participants, they have an enhancement of about 70% in this lactate threshold, what I told you already with the Monogen alone. So with Activize and Monogen, we have 17%. So here again, we have a synergistic combination of the different Fitline products. So not only synergistic combination in one single product with all the ingredients, no, the synergistic effect of the whole brand area of the Fitline sports products. And when you are doing endurance and when you are doing weightlifting, of course, you need some kind of proteins. So let's go into the area of proteins, of amino acids. What kind of Fitline products do we have in this area? And I'm really proud of this product because 15 years ago, when I started with PM International, the ProShape Amino was my first product to present to the whole Fitline world. And of course, I was very proud because amino acids are, for a bodybuilder, the non plus ultra, we say in German. I'm sorry, I don't know how to translate it in English. It's absolutely my favorite. Let's go a little bit into the physiology of proteins, into the physiology of amino acids. So, the regeneration and also the building of muscles, of course, is done by proteins or by amino acids. And it's so also for bones, tendons, all the material which is very, very important for our body, for working out, running, etc. in this area. But what you maybe don't know is that also the hormone production is done by proteins, by amino acids, by long-chain amino acids, so-called proteins. So, for example, insulin, 146 amino acids, testosterone, adrenaline, estrogen. We heard about the estrogen also here in the Women Plus today. So these are all amino acids. And then we can use also protein or amino acids for energy. But this is not so wonderful, I really have to say. Normally we take our energy absolutely from carbohydrates. Or, when the carbohydrates are getting lower, also from fatty acids. And when these both go down, the human body needs carbohydrates. So it has to produce carbohydrates out of non-carbohydrates in the gluconeogenesis. And then the amino acids are coming, the N2 is cut off, going to the kidney, and the whole carbohydrate structure is going into the gluconeogenesis, and then it is produced. This is a really, really hard work for the human body. So this is not so good, but the last turning point to get energy by really hard starvation we have to see. This is not good, but it is possible. So, where do we normally get all our proteins? Where do we get normally our amino acids? Here we can see, normally we get our proteins from normal nutrition. Of course, from meat, from steak, from fish, from eggs, from chicken. This is wonderful for me, but also when you're more in the vegetarian area, you have to take all kinds of plant-based proteins. The most important thing is with these plant-based proteins, as I told you before, with the ProShapes, that you have to look for the amino acid value, and you have to combine all kinds of plant-based proteins to have all the amino acids to have a higher biological value. While when you're taking only the meat, you just need one and you have all the amino acids what you need. When you take the plant-based, you have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that here the combination is of all amino acids, of all and a high biological value. This is one side, the most important side. Another side is that we get amino acids from our own body. So when a structure is ruptured, not the whole structure is bad, they are just metabolized and all the broken down are wasted, but the other amino acids are going into the amino acid pool, which we have here in the liver. And we can use it, as I said, for metabolism to fat. Yeah, but that's also very seldom, because then you have to have a high amount of calories, a high amount of amino acid, that really proteins and amino acid are converted into fat tissue. More easy it is metabolism to carbohydrates and urea, as I mentioned before. Normally carbohydrates and fatty acids are converted directly to fat. Not so often with protein, but it also is possible. And of course, as I said, for the regeneration or the building of muscle tissue, of bones, of tendons, and everything else in the human body. So here we have all kinds of ingredients. That means we have, after the WHO, all the essential amino acids in the Fitline ProShape Amino. And also the BCAAs, the brain-changed amino acids like isoleucine, leucine, and valine, which are more than 50% of the amino acids, of the essential amino acids, are the BCAAs. They are very, very important for muscle growth. They are very important for regeneration in every single age. And of course, when we are talking together, when we are putting everything together, I really have to say, because it's more and more getting common, that especially younger ones, maybe younger girls, are more on the vegetarian side, are more on the vegan side, and also our Fitline ProShape Amino is on the vegan side. So all the amino acids are vegan. Also the capsule, the HPMC, hydroxypropylmethylcellulose, is vegan. So if you are on the vegan side, you can really take good the Fitline ProShape Amino. And as I said before, they are really good for growing muscle mass with the 3 essential amino acids, and also for recovery. But this is not the only product we have. Of course, we have our Fitline whey protein. This has also multi-benefits for maintaining muscle mass, for building muscle mass, for recovery of the muscle mass, for endurance sports, for strength athletes, all kinds of ages, not only when you're young, when you're getting older, or when you are already in your second half or your third trimester of your life. All the time, amino acids and also the whey protein are very, very beneficial for you. And how can you use the Fitline whey? Just mix the Fitline whey in 200 milliliter of water. No, not really. I would take it to my cereals or put it in the shapes to enrich the shape also with some more of protein, because then you have really a good taste, because the whey protein has originally no taste. So you have to find something. Take the yogurt, for example. Put some berries inside. Put also a scoop or 2 of whey protein inside, and then you have really a great breakfast, or for me, a meal in between. And of course, we have also a bar, the Protein Max. That means when you're on your way, as we said before, with a meal replacement, you can take also the Protein Max to have higher intake of amino acids, to have a higher intake of protein. And from my side, the last product of the day, and I have talked in 15 years, maybe once or twice about this product. And when I was in Italy on the kickoff, a young woman who is a cyclist said she is always taking the Restorate and, of course, the Basen Plus because of the acid-base buffer. And I just want to get a little bit more into details with the acid-base buffer, because especially for sports, for athletes, this acid-base buffer is very, very important. When we look at the Fitline Basen Plus, we have special mineral compositions, the citrate, the bis-citrate, which is accumulated in the muscle tissue. And they can work as acid-base buffer. What does it mean? They can just, sorry to say this, we are going a little bit into biochemistry, they can catch H+ atoms. But where do we get H+? We talked already about the lactate threshold. So you can use the glucose for a long time with oxygen until you have the threshold, then the glucose is converted anaerobic without any oxygen into lactate, milk acid. And this acid is donating H+. And we need always the same pH value in our blood system. So the pH value of our blood system is 4.70 to 4.75. And when this is lowered to 4.69, 4.68, all the enzymes which are working in this glucolysis are not working anymore so beneficial. So it's very wonderful that the Basen Plus is taking the H+, is balancing, and even when you're training, when you're competing, it's still a stable pH value and you can go on with it. And that was also the saying of that cyclist woman in Italy. She said, it's so perfect, I take it more times a day. And when we just look at all the benefits, then you can see the support of the acid-base metabolism, and always taken together in combination with the Fitline Restorate. And now I talked about so many different products, and I think that is really wonderful for you, and I had really today time to go a little bit more into the details. And I think that is enough for this whole day. And please make a summary or let us go. Sascha, what do you think about that day?
Wow, like always, Product Academy is so special and so unique. It's just an outstanding opportunity and experience for each and everyone here. Like mentioned right at the beginning, before we started with this long day, and we were overwhelmed with so many insights, so many news and updates and ingredients. So Marcus just mentioned it. It's a full day, and then at the end of the day, when we can finish up and round up this Product Academy with this special part sports, that was for me today the highlight, because sports is an important part of my life, and I could really identify with all the products Marcus just mentioned, where I started using them already years ago, and now with the Creatine Plus and the Whey, there are the two last products I added to my daily routine. And since I was a child, sports were always playing a major role in my life. And looking backwards now today I'm close to 50, and if I would have had this opportunity 30 years ago, I could not even imagine what that would have had as an impact on my active sports performance. But yeah, it's not about me again. Today, it's about you. And congratulations again that you made the decision to be here today. And probably you already made use of the promotions where I should or would like to talk shortly again about it, because they're still running until end of Sunday midnight. So you can find it in our PM partner area in the website. When you log in into your shop, you can go directly to fitline.com and log in. Then go to promotions, and there you find all these 5+1 promotions we talked about today several times. There you find all these sets of threes, and in the cosmetic area. And this is the huge benefit you have participating at our events. This is when you make a decision to be here to educate yourself, to learn more about the products. Probably this was your first product academy, and it definitely will not be the last, because we have so many people following the products academies every single day. And that's something what I could experience in the past. And every time when I am part of product parts or product academies, I always learn something more. And here is always the question, is this really important that I know everything about the products, what's inside, the ingredients? And this is what I tried to mention right at the beginning when the Product Academy starts. And this is where I now want to bring back the focus from the product information we hear today back to business. We learned today about this uniqueness of the Fitline products for health, fitness, and beauty, this holistic concept. And we know that we're working with strong, high-quality, premium products with best results. And that is the successful base of our success story of PIM International, of your success story. And this is so important that you have products to work with, because if you're interested in a long-term successful business, then you need to have products where you can see a real customer value, where you have people not only trying a product once, people who are on the product now since weeks, months, years. I know even people who try or who use the product since 33 years, since the beginning of PIM International, and that shows the quality and the uniqueness of these products. And as I said, it's not important to know everything about the product. The ingredients, yes, they tell a story, but what let the business grow, what the business will duplicate is more the simplicity of the business. Talking to people, we see it here. Use Talk Demo fits perfectly to our simple, successful working method. And that will bring you the results in generating more income, generating a higher customer base, increasing customer growth. And here our Customer Direct program fits perfectly as a unique tool to your daily work in sharing product results with prospects and customers all over the world. In the past, you were limited to deliver products to your direct environment because it was economically not the best decision to drive hundreds of kilometers just to deliver products. But with the Customer Direct program, you can have customers all over the world. Whenever you meet people and talk excitedly about the products, that will result in new customers. Then you can start registering them. They are part of your personal sales. And as more talks you have, as more your personal volume, your personal sales is increasing. And we see that every time on our events, on the business academies, on the major events, how many top sellers we have. What is a top seller? Someone who is not only using the products for himself and the family. It's someone who really talks on a daily basis with people. And then the result can only end up in new customers. And when you then take the responsibility with all your customers and your personal orders of more than 2,500 points a month, then you're already top seller silver, and you earn 3% more retail income as a normal manager. And when you take the commitment of more than 5,000 points, and this is something where you cannot stop, because as more people you talk to, as more loyal customers you have who are regularly using the products, as more new customers come on top. That's the reason why we hear all these stories of top seller gold with more than 5,000 points, top seller platinum with more than 10,000 points a month. And as a top seller gold, you're increasing your retail income on plus 5% on top. And these are really high amounts of income these people are already earn just by influencing people's life quality to the positive. And that's why I always talk so often about customers. That's the most important fundament and pillar in our business. And don't underestimate. A customer is not a loyal product user only. Every customer can open up a complete new list of contacts because every customer knows people you do not know. And when a customer starts feeling the first own results, and when the customer starts talking excitingly about his transformation, I mean, what do you think what will happen? There will so many people around this customer asking, okay, what have you done? What has changed? And then as a good upline, as a good sponsor, then it's the time to set up new appointments with this customer. And that will lead, again, into growth, in new income, in new growth, in new points. And the question is, how can I find these customers? And then here, Use Talk Demo is a perfect concept. And the wording says it already. It starts in the first step with using the products. And congratulations to each and everyone here on the Product Academy. You already started to use the Fitline products. Otherwise, you would not be here. And otherwise, you would not be so interested to learn more about the Fitline products because you want to grow your customer base, you want to grow your team, you want to grow your business. So talking to people, that's the next most important step after you have experienced your first results. If you have just started probably today or yesterday and you have not your first results already, there are tons of testimonials waiting in our free Fitline app or on our websites or in the shop, which you can use, testimonials which you can use in your team. And as more you talk about the stories, the results, as more interested people you will generate. And here is the big difference. Do you talk about the ingredients? Facts tell, or you talk about the results? So with excitement, with emotion, at the end of the day, this will lead into appointments where you can then start demonstrating our unique products, the Activise Serum, products with immediate results like we learned today. And this is one of the reasons why we have this free Activise in every team partner registration when the team partner makes his first order within the first 24 hours. That's why we add Activise Serum to the Activise in a quick start when somebody makes the decision within the first 24 hours. And here, very important, do you believe we're adding this product as an additional benefit that you can start using this product? No, you started a business. So we added these products out of a reason, because that will give you a perfect product demonstration for your next appointments. And that is, for example, a reason why we have Activise Serum as a 5+1 promotion at the Product Academy. That's why we have Activise as a 5+1 promotion in the Product Academy, because as more appointments you have, as more products you need to demonstrate this immediate effect. And here, it's more or less the secret behind. As more people you talk to, as more customers will be the result. And as more people you talk to, as more you will find out what challenges they have every day. And we all know that. Sometimes we are running into these talks where we find out, okay, this person could need some more energy. This person could need some better immune system. This person could probably need a product for a faster regeneration. And that's more or less everything what we have in our product range. You learned it today. For every challenge, we have a solution. But when we keep that secret, what we learned today, nobody will find it out. So that's why we say use, talk, demo, talk to people. And here our testimonials are super important. At the end of the day, the customer will never buy a Fitline product because of the ingredients, because the ingredients will never sell. They buy it because they see a value in the product. They see a value, a solution for their challenge. That's why the emotions and excitement is crucial in our business. And when then, at the end of the day, the customer made a decision to start using the products because the customer is same excited as you are, excitement causes excitement, then congratulations, because now you have a new customer who starts trying the product. Is that the only goal we have? No, not at all, because we want to have a loyal customer for the next weeks, months, and years, like we experience every single day all over the world. And that is not only happening because the person starts using the Fitline products. The Fitline products will not do it by themselves. Yes, they will get great results. But in the moment when somebody makes a decision, it's on us, it's our responsibility in the first 30 days to follow up with this customer. And there we have a customer follow-up explanation and training. You will find that in your download center on your PM partner area, where we give you a clear guide. What is your important next step? And to make it very simple here is it starts with a call in the moment when your customer receives the products, because you would like the customer start using the products. Therefore, it's even so important when you have a face-to-face appointment that you already have the products with you, because that gives you the chance that the customer immediately can start using the products right away. Because as faster the customer start using the products, as you know, as faster he will have his first results. And that's crucial. We need to make sure that our customer starts using the products. Otherwise, the excitement calls down, and the customer will not be capable to build up a routine. And a routine is so important. Don't underestimate that. I mean, I'm using now the products since 20 years. You probably use the products even longer, or probably since 1 year. So we already have our routine. We know what we're talking about. But to build up this routine is a hard job. It starts every single day. And we know that it takes you about 90 days until you really build a routine. And if you not start using the products, if your follow-up is not the right one, if you're not permanently in contact with your customer, there is a high risk that this routine will never happen. And here we have a great tool which supports that. That's our free Fitline app, which you can download in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Store. And for us, very important, all these tools should support you for free to grow your business. We do not want to spend you money on buying tools of PM International. We want to have you earning money. And the Fitline app, for example, you can download it for free. It's a perfect tool to build up a routine, to start a good follow-up, because here you can add your favorite products. You can add notifications to be reminded in the morning to start using the Power Cocktail, to be reminded in the evening to start using the Restorate. And this is so crucial for building up a routine. And we know that out of statistics, when we ask people why they quit using the Optimum set, we get a lot of answers where customer says, because I have so much leftovers. Now I ask myself the question, if I know that the Power Cocktail and the Restorate is designed for a monthly supply, and if I know if I use it every single day, how can we have leftovers? Because at the moment, at the beginning, you're not used to a routine like we are. For us, it's not a thinking anymore. It's part of our routine, part of our brain. The first thing in the morning when I wake up, I'm looking forward to go down to the kitchen to start preparing my Power Cocktail with all additional ingredients. But that had to be learned at the beginning, and therefore the Fitline app helps a lot. And as I said, stay in touch with your customers. Our goal is always to build up a loyal customership, to get our customer results very quickly on the table, that we can use it to even spread the word in their direct environment. Every customer, every new customer opens the opportunity to get new contacts, and loyal customers are even Fitline customers as well. It's really worth to bring our loyal Optimum Set customers into our exclusive Fitline Club, because even here they can benefit from a 10% discount. And we all know that in the moment when they have great results with the Optimum Set, they're highly open to probably try one of the Fitline skin products or an additional nutrition supplement products, increase even your customer value. And that's exactly where these 5+1 promotions come into place, because that's probably one product for free for you of a product you have never used before in your life with PM International, and 5 products for your next customers. And if you're already using these products and you know these customers already waiting on it, you can even use the product for free to maximize your income. And yeah, that's it. That's how I wanted to wrap up a long day, the Product Academy. Again, a lot of exclusive insights, so many studies, so many unique information, what you typically do not learn on a normal event. And therefore, it's a pleasure again at the end to bring back here on stage the 2 colleagues of our remaining last parts. So please give again a welcome to Lutz Marten and to our Dr. Markus Iken. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It was again a pleasure.
Pleasure for me as well.
And for me again, I learned again something new, something what I will definitely keep in mind, what for me reassured that I'm using the best products on this planet, and where I have now even a much better gut feeling about our new products, that they will become part of my routine. And again, most important for you is keep the business simple, successful. I'm really happy that you took the decision today. That shows me that you're really interested, not only in the products, you're interested in generating new customers, growing your business, becoming successful with PM International. We have gold in our hands with the products. We can bring more life quality to people around us, and we can bring more lifestyle with our business opportunity to people who are searching for a part-time income or want to make a change in their lives. And that's where we can really be proud on, even sharing 1 hour of life with every product sold. And today, still, the Product Academy is available until Sunday midnight. So you can share it with everyone in your team. Ticket page is still open. Make use of it, 25 euros, and then you can be part of this exclusive opportunity. On top of it, you get this Active Ice Lemon Lime for free, which you can use for your next appointments, for your customers. And make use of the promotions. I'm wishing you a great month of March. You know, first month of our qualification to the World Management Congress, when we will celebrate again in June in the Frankfurt Festhalle, an outstanding international event with all the successful leaders from all over the world. Everybody can still make it. March is the first month to position. I'm really looking forward probably to see you there, and looking forward to have very soon next Product Academy, sharing again exciting news, new products probably, and new special topics. So thank you very much, and wishing you a great day.
Bye-bye.